Take 8. 3, 2, 1.
Spoken to my heart. As in, you ask me to marry you then. I'll be like, yes. You aren't here. Even now, let's look for a pastor. You know those pastors who preach. I'm ready. So, do you think we should have expectations going into relationships?
Of course not.
Why?
Just okay, naniambia tu wasikubali kuflow. Okay.
Yeah. Let's just flow and see where.
Oh, I think yes and no.
Okay.
I think yes and no. Expectations like zile safe. Because kuna zile zingine zenye tumeona vitu kwa movies and then tuna expect maisha yetu iko hivyo. Of course such expectations no.
Yeah.
But expectations, the ones I'm saying yes to ni, for example, if you know yourself well enough and you know a certain character will either hurt you or will sit well with you, will clash with you, then you will expect that other person to not do those things or put you in such a position. So those are the type of expectations I'm saying that are safe and are okay. But may expect to be called every 2 minutes, 2 hours due to be checked up on. I expect roses every anniversary, every holiday we need to go to Dubai. Izo sasa is like you're chill.
Yeah.
Calm down. Yeah. And also what else? There's another one I wanted to say. The other bad expectation is thinking that the other person is perfect, because they're not. They're going to mess up once in a while. If it's a constant mess up, it's up poorly, man. Jitoe. But if it's someone who's like mess up here, you can actually see wako sincere in their apology, and they don't do this every day. Yeah, because we have this thing for things are good, but when things are bad, you start bringing up things such as enyaziko. You're just doing me like the way so and so did me, and you're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it has.
How would you compare me to, like a person you've told me about, mwenye they're not a good person. Yeah, hivyo.
Okwembogwa.
Just chill. Anyway, because I remember I've come to realize that I had that problem. Like someone, like the person I'm dating, angefanya kitu, and then I'm like, okay, umenifanya kama so and so. And they're like, what? Umeni compare? I've even done that to a friend, imagine. Even my friends are like, how dare you compare us to this man who you are crying to us about?
Yeah, the same. We are still here, aren't we?
Yeah, exactly. So, izo, don't bring your past into your present. Yeah, vitu kama hizo. Don't expect the person to be perfect. Because that's what I mess up. Of course, tutaka grace. But zile mess up kubwa.
That's true. I think you should manage your expectations.
Yeah, that's the word.
And it's hard because most times and more often than not, when you're getting into a relationship, you're like, I want my man to be like this, I want him to do this, I want this and this. I don't know. Like, and I feel like there's certain conversations that should be had from the word go. Like, if you guys know you're planning to get into a relationship or get into something serious, or you're like working towards that, you're like, okay, you know what, I would want this from my boyfriend.
Yeah,
do you think you can like, okay, can we be doing a date once a month, or can we be going on a road trip maybe once every 3 months? That's better than assuming this person will have these ideas of like, okay, let's take a drive to, I don't know, Masaku today, and you're just thinking, you get mad, and then you start telling him, but Nani and Nani go on road trips. Ever see Akina Nani on a road trip again? And you're thinking, you didn't even tell me. I didn't even know you like road trips.
Yeah. What?
I thought you like sitting at home and watching movies, or I thought you like eating at certain restaurants. You'd be like, okay, you know what? Let's do a fancy dinner once every month. Let's dress up and let's go out. But don't expect me to know that you like that. Don't expect me to know that you like gifts. Like now, love languages. Let's talk about those kinds of expect your better half or the person that you want to date to know that your love language is whatever quality time, but you don't let them know. I feel like I think expectations should be talked about.
Yeah, they should.
So then at the end of the day, when you're saying he didn't meet my expectations, you'd be like, okay, I had told him. He knew that my love language was this. He knew that I didn't like him going out every other weekend with the boys. He knew that I didn't like him working on weekends, but he still did that on a constant basis. So, that's not going to work. Yeah. So now the major thing here, we've talked about consistency, we've talked about communication. Now, stability. That's what I wanted to base this on. Stability emotionally and mentally. How has that affected your relationships in the past? Looking at your emotional and mental stability and looking at those of the people around you, like the guys you've dated, and then like what you look for now.
Okay. Let me. Okay, mine is, I don't know if it counts, but for example, I used to, before I had that self-awareness thing and stuff, I had self-esteem issues. And I feel like they projected, like I really projected.
Whoever you were dating.
Yeah, because I'm not enough and I'm thinking you're not enough.
Yeah,
I'm just thinking, sasa tu kwa njaa nafikiria nini. But then imagine that's how I used to live my life. Like, what the heck? I always thought about, guys, sasa tu kwa njaa nafikiria nini. Do you know now I can work with matuta? Wait.
Not yeah.
Like, I don't have like your
know what? I didn't have time to find.
Yeah, but I know I'm still pretty.
Yeah.
I don't care what you all say.
Yeah.
I know I'm still pretty. Yeah, and I used to like now, for example, I even talked about this on my Insta stories. I thought people, like the fact that I thought that I don't look pretty without makeup, other people don't look pretty without makeup. Yeah. The fact that I thought, is it stretch marks? Yeah. Everyone else's stretch marks.
We're not cool.
Like, y'all are ugly.
Yeah.
And then it's always, when you're looking at other people, you never remember it's just like, y'all are ugly. So the same way, I never used to accept myself. Like, I always pointed out the flaws. The flaws, because men don't know what flaws are. Yeah. Everyone is pretty. Like, all those unique features, they are very pretty. It's just that you need to tell yourself, because you need to stare at those things long enough for you to accept them. So I used to, the fact that I did not accept myself, like point out the flaws, I used to point out the flaws in whoever I was dating. It's like, hapa tricky kiasi.
Wow.
And then now, even as I went on, this one thing that I see as a flaw in a new at the back of my mind. So I'm not even fully there. I'm just like, let's just go. But I'm not fully there. I'm not experiencing love. I'm not experiencing what it means to be in the relationship. I'm just looking at what is not working. Yeah. This is not working. This part here is not working. Today we are happy, but tomorrow I remember, oh my gosh, akona so and so, like akona kikitu akaipoa. It was so bad.
Mold there. Why?
Mbona finger zake ziko hivyo? Toes zake ziko hivyo. Mbona zangu hivyo? Mbona elbow yake kwa Yeah, so that I feel like that's how I'd say like my mental stability will play into those relationships. That and now what else? I'm trying to think of. I feel like I used to have so many shidas. So I feel like there's something else that I'm not remembering. There's something I'm missing. Yeah. But I guess that's it. The not knowing myself, so projecting, like projection, and I think New too. It's the major one, honestly, because that affected everything else and how I treated people, how I thought of people. It was
It was constantly there. And the strange thing with human beings is that whole thing of projection. You don't realize that you have a problem with certain things because it's what is inside.
Yeah.
It is you.
It is you.
In a nutshell. You're looking at someone and you're thinking, oh my God, why are they like this? But when you actually sit down and think about it, you're like, oh my God, I am the exact same person. And it's annoying as hell. But when you sit down and get to analyze yourself, know who you are, it's easier to be like, okay, you know what? I'm stable enough to get into a relationship. I'm stable enough and I know these are my flaws or this is what I don't like about myself. Maybe my hair is too kinky, or I don't know, I have really bad acne or stuff like that. But you're like, you know what? It's okay. It's something I can live with. And even if I date someone and he tells me I'm beautiful, I'll actually believe them. I won't start asking, even with my acne. Because you constantly, because you're not okay with those things.
Because when you notice,
people usually don't notice. But the more you dwell on them, now people start dwelling on them. And it's something we mentioned with Laura on my video about body positivity. And when you constantly concentrate on the negative things on your body or negative things about yourself, people now start to notice those things about you. But if you're a positive, happy person, it's very rare that someone will be like, yeah, she has one small eye. It's like, if you're not constantly telling people, yeah, I'm pretty, but I have a big nose. Okay. Yeah. That was not true. Directly to my nose. But but yeah, it's those things. If you keep pointing those things out, then people will notice them and then start to dwell on them, and then now it goes back to you and you start thinking, oh my God, is this all people will notice about me? Like, I'm pretty but I have a husky voice, or I sound like a man. Hey, she's so pretty, but when she starts talking, you're like, where did that sound come from? Or you're a guy, you're good looking, you talk and you have a soprano, and people are like, not what I was expecting, but it's okay. But it's now, because that was then. Right now, I feel like out of everything, communication is good. Consistency is good. But stability in this generation of ours, where one morning someone wakes up and they decide they don't want to live anymore, or one morning someone wakes up and we're constantly fighting demons. You're jobless, you're thinking, I'm a man, I'm supposed to provide, or you're a chick who's used to doing things for yourself and suddenly maybe you don't have a job, or you've been tamacking for the longest time and you're fighting so many demons and you're not stable.
One small thing can just trigger like, hey, I'm done.
A whole lot. And you're not stable, and the worst thing you can do is get into a relationship at that exact point. Because most times you're thinking, okay, this person is here, but they relieve you of that feeling, those emotions, those demons for just a little period of time, a short time, and then they all come back. And then you start fighting with this person and you're wondering why you're constantly fighting with this person, but it's just because you've not been able to fight your demons on your own. So for me, I think you can say, okay, I want a man who's financially stable, I want a man who will do security, blah blah blah, all those things are nice. But then you can have someone who's all those things. They're good looking, they're God-fearing, they're happy people, but then they're depressed. Or one morning they wake up, they're not feeling the day, they quit their job, and they're not handling those issues And that can break a relationship faster than someone who cheats on you.
Yeah.
But don't cheat, please. Don't say I said.
You reminded me something, by the way.
Yeah.
Something Will Smith said.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they didn't expect to make each other happy. Will Smith became happy on his own,
Mm-hmm.
Jada on his own. Then they come together and they share that happiness.
Mm-hmm.
You are not meant to give someone else a responsibility to make you happy.
Exactly.
You are meant to be happy on your
On your
own,
own.
and then when you come together, you'll just share energies.
Yeah.
Because when you give someone else that responsibility, first of all, that's being selfish. They don't know you that well.
Yeah.
So how do they know what's going to really make you
Make
happy?
you happy,
You're the
yeah.
one who's meant to know that responsibility should be on yourself.
Mm.
And now that can make someone go crazy when you expect them
Literally.
to,
Yeah.
So now you're also even just putting someone at a bad place mentally
Yeah.
by expecting them to make you happy.
Yeah.
And they seem to be failing most times,
because they live and keep asking, like, why are you not happy when you're around me? Why? Because I find that when you're fighting demons, most times you start to resent the person you're with.
Yeah, it's true.
Because you start thinking, okay, I'm fighting these demons, but I'm still here in this place. I'm unhappy.
Now we're inside it.
Exactly. Probably adding to my problems. She wants to go on holidays. She wants to do this. She wants to do that. I can't deliver if I'm not okay. And for me, out of all this, everything that we've talked about, my biggest my biggest challenge to you guys would be, make sure you're in a relationship with a stable person and you're stable yourself.
Yeah.
Emotionally and mentally. To the point where you'd be like, okay, I'm going through this and this. And you're able to sit down and talk to your significant other. Not those ones of you're fighting things, you're fighting battles on your own, but you can't sit down and talk to this person because already your communication is shit. Your consistency, none of you is consistent in anything. And then you put in, you're both emotionally unstable and mentally unstable. That is just room for the worst disaster.
Yeah.
You know? So I would say that for me, I will look for all those other things, but it has come to a point, and especially, I think it's sad because our generation is constantly getting lost in this whole thing.
Okay.
And even last month, as it was Mental Health Awareness Month, I saw people post up a lot of things, and I'm like, oh my God, so many people are going through so much. But I don't know, because maybe it's just that month, okay, it's put aside for that. People will talk about those things, and then after May is over, no one. There's no story about, oh, it's okay not to be okay, blah, 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 blah. You know, all those things. You see them then for that period of time, and then it's all gone. No one is talking anymore. No one is having those conversations anymore. And I, for one, put up my channel just so that I could have candid conversations with people and be like, okay, you know what? I'm going through things. And I need to find my own happiness. I need to be able to expect certain things from someone, but I need to also communicate those expectations to this person. I am single, but it's okay to want certain things from a person. Like, it's okay not to compromise. It's very okay if you say, I want someone who looks like this, and I'm waiting for someone who looks like this and acts like this. Let me tell you, I have come to believe that my God does not fail.
Yeah.
If you ask for things, and of course it's not outrageous, but I have come to learn that they come in His time. I've been wanting to be admitted to the bar for the past 4 years. I've been waiting. Yes, I would have done a whole other degree. And then some, and a master's even, a 3-year degree and a master's for 1 year. But now is when I'm getting admitted to the bar. And I can question 50,000 times, like, why God? Why? Why did it take 4 years? But at the same time, I look back and I look at my life in those 4 years. I'm thinking, if I decided to, I mean, if I was admitted to the bar 4 years ago, maybe I would never have continued to dance, to teach dance. I would not have met the people that I've met. I would not have even started this channel.
Probably.
Very sure I would not even have started this channel. But here we are now, giving you golden nuggets.
Yes.
And making the world better one dance move at a time. But it's always good to know that there are certain things that will come, and if it's yours, it will come. And especially in relationships, it's very hard to accept. That's one thing I find so hard to accept, when you're talking to a guy and then you're thinking, this is going somewhere, it's going somewhere. It's not it's gone, as in he's gone. We stopped talking. And then you tell yourself at the back of your mind, if he was mine, he would have been here. If he was mine. And it's so hard to accept.
It's so hard to accept such a statement.
Like, okay, you know what? Time will tell.
And especially though you have scripts. Hey, I have scripts in my mind. I'm like,
I know.
so this is how this conversation is going
to go.
This is how our love story is going to be.
Exactly.
Hey.
In 3 months.
You're just saying, maybe ataenda tu and then one day
friends.
agonge kichwa alafu ashange, oh my
Oh my God,
gosh,
what am I doing
it
without
was
Kazungu?
Kazungu all the time.
It was her this whole time. Wow, Jules. I miss, and he'll call you suddenly out of the blue.
And he'll propose
1 year
immediately.
later, and he'll be like, "I made a mistake." You know these movies we watch sometimes.
We should stop.
We need to stop. But
From now on, Avengers only.
No. But it's so important to know that, or to understand that if it's yours, it's going to come. And then also, just remember, this person needs to be stable. Guys, they need to be stable.
Don't
I cannot emphasize on that enough. It's because this is something that can kill you. How many stories in the past? It's been 6 months, but by April, 14 girls had been killed.
Crimes of passion.
Imagine, 14. And those are the ones we know. Those are the ones that have been reported.
Yeah, by the way.
In a span of 4 months. Right now, it's 6 months in. We don't know how many more. Yeah? And it's all about, hey, yeah, we were talking, or we were in a relationship, like we were okay. This guy was fine. He doesn't even drink. Or he comes home immediately after work. He then hang out with his boys. He's such a good guy. Like, even his workmates are not understanding.
Yeah.
And then he killed a girl. Or he stabbed his girlfriend. Or she stabbed him 25 times. Why? Like, how in the world? You're there. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I need to do it.
5, 6, 7, 8. What? How? And you don't. Most people are like, why did the chick go there? Or why did the chick stop talking to him? That shouldn't be the problem.
Just don't kill, period.
It's not the point where you start blaming the victim. It's you need to look back. Was this guy okay? Was this chick okay? Was she stable mentally, emotionally? Has she been going through so much drama in her past life? Maybe she constantly met bad guys, and this guy was suddenly good to her, but she's just thinking, out of all those guys I've dated, who you know already said kwa mzuri, kuna kitu. And then you start creating a whole script. And it's a script that's not completely, it's not going with what's happening. But then you decide, no, this guy's cheating on me. You go, you kill him. Or she's rejected you, or she decided she doesn't want to date you. And you're like,
even if it's out of the blues, man. Just accept, man.
And it's very hard to accept rejection. It's someone tells you no. Even this day to day, you're just sitting, you're texting, someone says they can't meet you. Wow, it hurts. It's painful. Like, hey, we were texting. 16, you were fine. But now you don't want to see me? It's hard.
Yeah.
But you walk away from it.
Yeah, you just walk away.
And you have to be very strong to walk away from big rejections. Even jobs. You go for a job interview, you're thinking, this went well. And then
you don't get the call.
Suddenly, you don't get the call, and then you're thinking, what? So, it's very, very, very hard. But it's very important. Wow, people. Yeah, it's hard, but it's important to be stable yourself and to know that the person you want to be with, or the person you're dating, or the prospect is also stable. Yeah. So, what would be your parting shot?
My parting shot would be just know yourself. Okay, that's the one thing I can't stress enough. Yeah, because after you know yourself, I feel like it's the answer to everything.
Yeah.
Know yourself, be at peace with yourself, and find your happiness aside from anyone. And then now you can involve other people in your life, even not just that relationships, even friendships. Yeah. So that's my, I think that's my huge thingy.
Take home. Take home. Yeah. Know yourself. Love yourself. Because if you don't love you, you can't love anybody else.
And you can't teach anyone to love you.
Because you want to know, this is how I like to be loved. These are the things I like. If you spend time with me, I'll be happy. If you buy me gifts, I'll be happy. If you don't buy me gifts, I'm okay. Because there are people who, they don't understand why are you buying me a watch? What is it for? I already have one. So leave. And for him, it could be that he's projecting his love language on you.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah?
Yeah, people do that
He's
too.
thinking, okay, I love gifts, so maybe if I buy her gifts, she'll also buy me gifts. But you've not sat down to ask this person, what do you like? Do you like we can go sit at Uhuru Park for 5 hours, pigang story. Mimi, spoken to my heart. As in, you ask me to marry you then. I'll be like, yes. You want here, even now, let's look for a pastor. Those pastors who preach. I'm ready. But someone else, they're like, okay, you know what? Acts of service. Nioshe nyumba. Wash or tell or ita mama fua to wash my clothes.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Heaven
She has
sent.
done it. She cooked dinner 2 nights in a row. Done. It's as simple as communicating this thing. So for me, I'd say, know yourself, love yourself, but also learn to communicate. Communicate your expectations, communicate the things you like, communicate the things you want. Never assume. Never ever assume that this other person knows. No one is a mind reader. No one is I don't know, which doctor. Nobody knows what your inner thoughts, your inner feelings are. So let that person in. And if you feel like you can't let that person in, I feel then sometimes you're not ready to be in a relationship. If you find it hard to open up to this person, then that could be a red flag on its own.
Yeah.
Something important I forgot to say. If you can't see this person's major flaw, if this person is really that he doesn't drink, he doesn't go out, he doesn't hang out with his boys, he seems perfect, iko shida. Me, you can't tell me otherwise. There's a problem. If you can't see this person's flaw from the word go, there's a problem. Akitafta that flaw before you indulge with this, or you decide to date this person. You'd rather know the flaw and be like, okay, you know what, I can live with it. I can't live with it. You work from there. But you don't know this person's flaw, and then 1 year into dating, they chapa you. You're like, hey, where did this come from? Because more often than not, of course, there are ways that people can hide, but they can't hide it forever.
Forever, true.
You will see those two signs. Hey, he's rude to his mother.
Hey.
He's rude to his mother. He won't be good to
you are. Hey,
or he gets into fights in a restaurant with the waiter or at the bar with the bouncer, there's a problem. He has a short fuse. At least you know, hey, he has a short fuse. Okay, sawa. Can I live with someone with a short fuse? Just so you know, you'll always be walking on eggshells because you'll be thinking, if I do this, will it piss him off? You know, so always know this person's flaw. But yeah, and most importantly, be stable yourself, and the person you plan to date, make sure they're mentally and emotionally stable. Or they're working towards it. Maybe they know they have a problem, they know they get anxiety, they know they get, I don't know, panic attacks, or they have bipolar disorder. They know, but they're working on it. If you can live with this person, fine. If you can't, walk away. Yeah, it's, as you have said, know yourself. I say know yourself, love yourself. But be stable, both of you. It's not a compromise. At you're unstable, but you're looking for someone who's stable. That's not fair, because you're going to put unnecessary baggage on this person. But both of you have to be stable or working towards stability. But then again, remember that even if you're working towards something, it's the same way about happiness. You can't be working towards your happiness and expecting that it will come from someone else. Yeah. The same way your stability won't come from someone else.
Yeah.
So you have to be mindful of others and know that know that you need to be stable and have that expectation. If you have that expectation that someone else needs to be stable, then you should also be stable. Yeah. So I will say thank you. Thank you so much, Kazungu,
Thanks
for gracing my space and for giving us some golden nuggets. And hopefully we can do this again, talk about something else.
Yeah.
And yeah, have some more good times. But yeah, I shall link her many things, her YouTube page, her Instagram, so that you guys can laugh and get entertained as much as I do. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching this video. I shall link previous videos also. And don't forget to live, love, and dance.
When the team done body, you go dance. Hey, shake body, shake and bounce. Shake body, shake and bounce. When the team done body, you go dance. I dey like Jijomi, I like shawarma, but not too much calories, so I chop banana. One a bit for your head like bandana. Make I show you my Ghana style, Charlie Aquaba. On the beat, bounce, head bounce.